So yesterday we started discussing about the data frames and the data series using the pandas library. Okay, so when we are creating the data frame, we have to import these two library, pandas, import pandas as PD and import numpy as NP. We also know what is the numpy because we already cover in our course. Okay, so here we are creating a data frame. So when we are creating a data frame, at first we have to write this one. DF is our data frame name equals to PD dot data frame, and within bracket, at first you have to write NP dot arrange and NP dot arrange, and within this bracket you have to write the range of the all the values. Okay, the data the range of all the values present in your data frame. This is the range. In this data frame, our range is between 0 to 20. After that, here we are dot reshape, and within this we have to write the number of rows and the number of columns which are present in our data frame. Okay. Next, here is the index. Index equals to, we have to write the name of our all rows, and next we have to write the columns. It's containing the name of the all columns. Okay, this one is our first data frame. Here we are displaying our first data frame. After that, we know previously that the log function, if you want to extract the if you want to extract any single row from your data frame, you have to write this function. The df is your name of your data frame dot log, and within the square bracket you have to write the row name, which row you want to extract. Okay, after that, if you check the type of this one means extracting rows, the type, if you are checking the type of this extracting rows, then it will be a series. So this one is our data series. Okay, so each row of the data frame is a data series. A single row of a data frame is a data series. Okay, now we all know about the ilog function. We already discussed about this. If you want to extract any particular column or any particular row or any from any position to any position columns or any position to any position row, you have to use this ilog function. Okay, here we are extracting all rows and the all columns. So for that reason, we are writing here semicolon, comma, semicolon, because here we are extracting all row and the all columns. Here we are not giving any range of rows and any range of column. Next, here we are extracting all rows, but here we are extracting from the second column to the last column. So for that reason, here we are writing semicolon, comma, from one to semicolon, because here we are extracting from the second column to the last column. Why we are writing 1 here? Because first column is a 0, second column is a 1, then 2, then 3. So for that reason, we have to write here semicolon, comma. Here we are using semicolon because we want to extract all rows, but we want to extract columns from the second position to the last position, and this will be our output. Okay, so up to this we already discussed in our previous class. So now we started discussing the topics from the today's class. Okay, so if you want to extract or if you want to convert your data frame to an array, then you have to write this function. So just this portion is similar to the this command, the previous command. This portion, the ilog portion, and dot values. Using this command, you are converting your data frame to an array. Using this command, you are converting your data frame to an array. So this one, these commands we know already in previously, and dot values, just add dot values to this command, and this is converting your data frame to an array. Okay, so if you want to know the shape of this array, you have to write the previous commands dot shape. The output will be 5, 3, because here present 5 rows and 3 columns. Here presenting the 5 rows and 3 columns. Okay. Now this one, now we are discussing about one built-in function. That one is null.sum. Okay, that one is null.sum. Using this function, you can check that any null values are available in our data frame or not. Using this function, you can check any null values are present in our data frame or not. Here, this one is our data frame. It's not containing any null values. Okay, so for that reason, output is like this. Here the column 1 presenting any null values? No, all the values are present in the column 1. So for that reason, output of the column 1 is 0. Column 2, any null values are present here? No, no null values are present here. All the rows and all the rows for the column 2s are containing the values. So for that reason, this output is also 0. Similarly, for column 3 and the column 4, here all the columns are containing the values. So any null values are not present here. So for that reason, output is like this. This one is a built-in function isNull.sum. Using this function, you can check any null values are present in our data frame or not. Okay. Similarly, in this here we are here another built-in function is present here. df within the square bracket. This one is our column name. Dots value count. It counts that any number is repeating in your data frame or not. Suppose first of all it's counting the 0 present in column 1 one time or 2 times. 0 present in the column 1 only 1 time. So for that reason, output is 1 here. 4 present in the column 1 is 1 time. So for that reason, output is 1. 8 present in our column 1 is 1 time. Not more than 1 time. Any 8s are present without this 8? No, only 1 8 is present here. So for that reason, output is 1 here. 12 present more than 1 time in the column 1? No. 12 is also present only 1 time in the column 1. So for that reason, output is 1 here. 16, similarly 16 is also present 1 time here. So for that reason, output is 1 here. So this one is the new built-in function we are learned. That one is dot our df within the square bracket, our column name dot values count. So this values count counting the unique number of the how many times one value is present in any particular column. How many times one value is present in any particular column. You can play with your data frame and you can check this one with the column 2 and the column 3 and the column 4. Okay. So this one is very important function. Here we are checking in the data frame that how many times one value is present in any particular column. Up to this, if you have any question on the query, you can ask me in my chat. Okay. And if you have no question, then please write clear here. Okay. Don't write anything on my screen. Okay. So, okay, this concept is clear for all of you. Okay. Next, here, we are using one CSV file. I am uploading my one CSV file. After that, I will explain. Okay, here is our CSV file. One is mercedes-benz.csv. Okay, so for reading a CSV file with the help of the Pandas framework, you have to write this one, pd.read_CSV. In this way, you can read your CSV file. pd.read_CSV. And within this bracket, you have to write your CSV file name. Within this bracket, you have to write your CSV file name. CSV file basically containing the comma separated values. CSV file are basically containing the comma separated value. After this class, I will share this CSV file with you, or if you also you can download any CSV file from Google, and if you open that CSV file in the Word or the Notepad, you know when you are opening your CSV file in the Notepad, then you can see that all the values in the CSV file are the comma separated values. Okay, so CSV file is containing all the values comma separated in the CSV file. When you are downloading any CSV file from the Google, you can see, and when you are opening that CSV file in the Notepad, you can see that all the values of the CSV values are the comma separated. Here we are displaying our CSV file. Okay, this CSV file containing the 5 rows and 378 columns. For an example, we are using this CSV file. This CSV file is containing the categorical values. Okay, so later on when we are discussing in the discussing on the machine learning field, then I will explain what is the categorical and what is other other types of values are present in the machine learning field. Okay, so what is the categorical values, what is the continuous value, these types of things I will discuss when in our machine learning class. Okay, so here we are taking one CSV file that name is Mercedes-Benz.csv, and here we are displaying our CSV file. For retrieving the information from your CSV file, you have to write these functions df.info. So if you want to extract all the information for your CSV file, you just have to write df.info. df here is our name of our data frame. df is our name of our data frame. When we are extracting or reading our CSV file, here we are initialize our data frame name. So for extracting the information from your CSV file, you have to write this function df.info. Similarly, we already discussed about the value.count function. So what is the value.count function? Counting the unique values present in a particular columns. Number of unique values are present in a particular columns. Here we already discussed about in the column 1, it's extracting the similar values present in the column 1. So 0 present only one time, no any similar values are present for the 0. So for that reason, output of 0 is 1. Similarly, when we are extracting from this Mercedes-Benz CSV file, here we are counting the similar values are present in the X0 column. In the Mercedes-Benz, there is a column present, that one is the X0. So we are counting the similar values of Z present in the X0 column, that number is 360. Similarly, the AK values present in this data frame, how many times? 349. So in this way, you can using this function value.count function. In this way, you can use this value.count function when we are working with in our data science field. So for that on that time, you have to checking the number of features present, the number of similar features present in your data frame. So on that time, this function is very useful to you. So how many times this Z present in the X0 column, how many times AK present in the X0 column, how many times Y present in the X0 column. So on that time, when you are using this when you are using in a data science field, the how many number of common features are available in one column, on that time this function is very useful for you. So if you have any question in the query up to this, you can ask me in your chat. And if you have no question, just write clear. All of you have to write here. Not only 2-3%. Otherwise, I can't understand.
Hello, class is audible.
Hello. Okay, so now we are using this command df. Within this square bracket, we are writing here one column name and greater than 100, and over to this command we are applying a df here. Using this command, you are check where the y value is greater than 100, then it will only display those y values. So for that reason, we are writing these commands here. Here, these commands is checking where the y value is greater than 100. It will only displays those y values here. Okay, so this one is for that. So don't too much confused about this Mercedes-Benz.csv file. For an example, I am using this CSV file. So now I am discussing about very small number, a CSV file. So for that, here we are basically creating one CSV file. So for that, here we are importing these two library. That one is the string.io and byte.io. So for creating a CSV file, we are just importing importing this library here. Okay. So next, here we are creating our CSV file. Means here we are creating our CSV file. We already know the CSV file containing the comma separated data. So here my all the columns names are present here with the comma separated format. Okay, so here all the values are present here the comma separated format, because we already know the CSV file only containing the comma separated values. This \n means new line. Okay, this \n means new line. Okay, and this one is our second values, and also the \n means the new line. So here this one is here we are creating a data for CSV file. Here we are creating a data for CSV file. When we are checking the type of this data, this one is the string data. This one is the string data. When we are checking the type of this data, this one is the string data. And here we are using one function, that one is string.io. String.io, it creates a text memory buffer. String.io basically it creates a text memory buffer. Okay, so when we are using within this string.io function, it creates a text memory buffer. It creates a text memory buffer. So basically this string.io function basically are creating a text memory buffer. Okay, this string.io basically is creating a text memory buffer. When we are creating a CSV file, we have to write our data within this string.io. So when we are writing this data, when we are creating a CSV file and when we are writing this data within this string.io, it basically creates a text memory buffer. And when we are reading this text memory buffer with the help of read_CSV, it creates a CSV file. It creates a CSV file. Okay, so I'm just revising. So here we are creating a CSV file. We all know the CSV file values are the comma separated format. Here \n means a new line. So when we are checking the type of this data, this one is a string data. Okay, so when we are creating a CSV file using this data, we have to use a function, that one is the string.io. String.io basically creates a text memory buffer. When we are writing a data within this string.io function, it creates a text memory buffer. When we are reading this text memory buffer with the help of read_CSV, it creates a CSV file. And this one is our data frame. It creates a data frame. This one is our column names. This one is our row names. And these are the values of our data frames. These are the values of our data frames. So if you have any question on the query up to this, you can ask me in your chat. Everyone have to reply, otherwise I can't understand that you are means following me or not. Okay, so next we will learn how to extract a particular column from a CSV file. Next, we will learn about how to extract particular columns from your CSV file. So for that, you have to write pd.read CSV under pd.read CSV. Within the square bracket, you have to write this one, because in this way we are creating our CSV file here, comma, use columns. Within this square bracket, you have to write your columns names, which columns you want to extract. From within this square bracket, you have to write your columns names, which columns you want to extract. Here we are writing two columns names, columns 1 and the columns 3. Here we are extracting two columns, columns 1 and the columns 3. After extracting these two columns, when we are displaying our data frame is like this. It's not containing the column 2, because here we are extracting only column 1 and the column 3. So for that reason, we have to write this one within this is columns function. So here if you want to extract any particular columns from your data frame, you have to write this column. Okay. So now we are converting our this data frame to a CSV file. So for that, we are writing here df2 underscore CSV, and within bracket, you have to write your CSV file name, which name you want to give to your CSV file. So for that, you have to write your CSV file name here. So after that, it creates a CSV file here. So after that, it creates a CSV file here. Okay. Okay. So, I'm just repeating from this portion. Okay, so so here we are taking one example, Mercedes Benz CSV file, and we are reading the CSV file like this using this function pd.read underscore CSV. In this way, we are reading our CSV file. After that, we are displaying our data frame. We are reading a CSV file and storing in a data frame. So for that, we are here we are displaying our data frame. Okay, so if you want to extract the information from your CSV file, you have to write this function df.info. And when you are count any particular when your counts here any particular value repeating any columns, you have to write this function. Within this square bracket, you have to write the column name, and then you have to write dot value counts. Okay, so this one is our output. So z occurring in x0 columns 360 times, ak occurring in x0 columns 349 times. So for that reason, output is like this. Okay, so here also we are using one command, that one is df, and within this square bracket we are writing one column name, and then we are writing greater than 100. Up on of this, we are also applying one df. So it will extract where the y value is greater than 100. It will only display those y values. It will only display those y values. Now we are creating one CSV file here. So for that, we are using two function. That one is the string.io, and other one is the byte.io. So we all know that the CSV value CSV function CSV file containing the comma separated values. Here we are creating one CSV file. So for that reason, all the values are the comma separated, and here then and here we are using the \n. This \n means the new line. When we are checking the type of this data, this one is a string data, and then we are using the string.io function on the data. So string.io function basically creating a text memory buffer. When we are applying the data on the text memory buffer, it will create also a text memory buffer, and we are reading this value, we are reading this one using this read_csv function. Using this function, we are reading our this value. So after that our it will display our data frame. Okay, so if you want to extract any particular columns from your CSV file, you have to write this function. At first of all, we are reading our CSV file, and then we just have to write this one, use columns, and within this square bracket you have to write your columns names, and this one is your data frame. So, and lastly, when you are converting your data frame to a CSV, you have to write this one, data frame dot to _CSV text.csv. This one is your CSV file name. You can write any name to your CSV file. You can write any name to your CSV file. Okay, so today our class is up to this. In the next class, we will discuss more about this data frame, and we will start discussing on the EDA, explorator data analysis. Okay, okay. And all these video recordings links are will give to your WhatsApp group. Okay, okay. Bye everyone.